8.5, division properties of exponents. Okay, so this is continuing our exponential um, properties, obviously, and excuse me, sorry, of the ones that we've been doing. So we've done multiplying a base to a base, raising a power to a power, and now we're going to look at division. All right, example 1, simplifying an algebraic expression. All right, I'm going to give this to you in the most basic form to begin with, and I'll show you another trick once we get through some of these examples. When you are dividing bases with the same power, you keep your base, so in this case it would be x, and you subtract your powers, numerator minus denominator. So 4 minus 9. This gives us x to the negative 5. Now this negative exponent is not simplified, so that negative tells me I need to flip. So this becomes 1 over x to the 5th. All right, now looking at B, we have two variables. We have P and we have J. So we have 3 minus a negative 3. See why that's a good idea to write that down? Because our natural instinct is to say that that's 0, and that is not correct. Negative 4 minus 6. So we have P to the 6th, and we have J to the negative 10th. Well, this tells us we need to flip. So we keep P to the 6th in the numerator, and we flip J to the 10th down to the denominator. And there you go. All right, example 2. Goodness gracious, I don't like this example. I wish there was a different one here. A small dog's heart beats about 64 million beats in a year. If there are about 530,000 minutes in a year, what is its average heart rate in beats per minute? Okay, I am going to do something different than we did in class, and that is I'm going to write this out, and I'm going to put this as a scientific, write it in scientific notation. So we know our decimal goes here because it goes to the right of your first non-zero number. So we have 6.4 times 10. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? And now 530,000. The decimal point is going to go there. So this gives us 5.3 times 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's go back. A small dog's heart beats about 64 million beats in a year. If there are about 530,000 minutes in a year, what is its average heart rate in beats per minute? So we're going to take the total number of beats per year and divide that by the number of minutes, and that's going to give us the beat per minute. So 6.4 times 10 to the 7th is in the numerator over 5.3 times 10 to the 5th. Okay, we're going to break this up and do 6.4 divided by 5.3. And we get this 6.4 divided by 5.3. And that gives us 1.21. So I'm going to write down the 1.21 times, we keep the base. 7 minus 5 is 2. So we have 1.21 times 10 to the second, or you can move that 2 places and you have or 121 beats per minute. Awesome. Is that a reasonable number? You bet. All right, example 3. Raising a quotient to a power. Um, I believe you guys have already seen a couple like this, so we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. And what this is you take your term, the factors that you have, there's 1, 2 factors inside these parentheses. So we have to raise the 3 to the 4, and we have to raise this y cubed to the 4. So rewriting that is 3 to the 4th power all over y cubed to the 4th power. 3 to the 4th power is 81. Y cubed to the 4th, we have a power to a power, so this tells us to multiply. So this is y to the 12th. And there you have it. Not too hard. Right, example 4, simplifying an exponential expression. Here's where it starts getting fun. And yes, that was sarcasm. All right, so simplify. This right here is screaming out to me. It says flip me. Oops. So we need to flip it. We take the reciprocal of this. So this becomes 3 over 2. And this was negative 3, so now it's positive 3. And this gives us 3 to the 3rd power over 2 to the 3rd power. 3 to the 3rd is 27. 2 cubed is 8. And that is your answer. Okay, looking at our friend B, which obviously looks a little bit more challenging. First thing I see, that negative exponent. So we need to flip. This then gives us, the negative is still there, negative c over 4b to the positive 2. Lost my spot there for a second. Okay, I'm going to associate that negative with this c just for simplifying purposes. So negative c squared, negative c times negative c is going to give me a positive c squared all over. We have 2 factors in the denominator. 4 squared is 16. B squared is just b squared. And this will be your answer. And hallelujah, that was it. All right, so that concludes the 8-6 lesson. If you guys have, I apologize, the 8-5 lesson. If you have any questions, please